Should you wait for the iPhone 14? Is this year's newest, latest and greatest flagship iPhone really gonna be worth the upgrade? What crazy new features will it have, won't it have, and could this be the biggest iPhone upgrade we have ever seen? Let's see if the iPhone 14 is really worth it for you, and whether it's gonna be a really great upgrade, or if Apple just really made a very big mistake. The first thing you need to know about the iPhone 14 is that the design is not actually going to change all that much and really won't be all that different from the iPhone 13 or even the iPhone 12. Remember, we had heard rumors about this major iPhone 4 style redesign that looked really cool and sounded awesome, but now don't actually seem like they're actually going to pan out this year, and instead we're going to expect a design very similar to what we've basically had for the last few years. Though we are expecting some new colors to come to the regular iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Max, and of course some new flagship colors on the 14 Pro and Pro Max, maybe a purple this year? The other obvious design change here is right in front of you with the notch. Now, if you have hated the notch, you have hated this big blob on your screen, I've got some good news because there will not be a notch on the iPhone 14 Pro or the iPhone 14 Pro Max. These phones are going to debut the all-new double hole punch system that basically gives you the full capability of Face ID. It's going to work the same way, it's going to be just as secure, but it will not take up nearly as much space as that big black rectangular notch has for the last 5 years. And while this sounds great and looks really good in the renders, in real life, the change might not actually be all that drastic. We've started to see some parts of the iPhone 14 series leak out, and you can sort of see side by side that the change between the notch and the double hole punch is noticeable, but you might not actually get all that much screen real estate back. So maybe Apple will do something fun with that extra screen real estate, maybe you'll get more info at the top of your shiny new iPhone. If you do want the latest and greatest iPhone just to have something that looks different, then the iPhone 14 Pro series is going to be the way to go. Just don't turn it around and look at the back because they all basically look pretty much the same for the last few years. Now, what will be one of the biggest upgrades coming to the iPhone 14 series this year is gonna happen with the camera. The Pro end iPhones are going to get a massive upgrade to the main camera, jumping all the way up to 48 megapixels for that main camera. That is 4 times more than what's currently in the standard lens right now. This should let you take better, more high-quality photos, better, more high-quality videos, and give you just a better, more versatile camera system on your Pro end iPhone, and some upgrades are also coming to the selfie camera on all iPhone 14 models too. There are also some sort of sketchy rumors that suggest that the iPhone 14 Pro can take up to 8K video, which would be crazy since we don't really have any 8K TVs right now, but if you're a fan of shooting high-quality videos on the iPhone, you might just have to pick up the iPhone 14 Pro to shoot 8K. With all that being said though, if you are a fan of the camera and you take a ton of photos and videos on your iPhone, then the upgrade of the 14 series might just be worth it for the camera upgrades alone. The other big change coming to the iPhone 14 is an all-new size option, which is meaning there's going to be some good news here and also some bad news, specifically if you're a fan of those smaller mini iPhones. That's right, the mini iPhone from the 12 series and the 13 series will not be making a return in 2022. I'm sorry to say there will not be an iPhone 14 mini, with instead Apple looking to replace it with a larger screen, lower cost iPhone model called the iPhone 14 Max. This is going to have all the benefits of a big screen iPhone similar to the Pro Max, but it's going to be cheaper and not have some of those Pro end features. So no ProMotion, no ProRes video, no triple camera setup. If you just want the biggest iPhone screen possible and don't care about all this stuff, this is going to be definitely a great iPhone choice for you. Of course, there are some other small changes coming to the iPhone 14 series, like with the processor and with the battery size and battery life and performance and stuff like that, but really, those are all going to be generally the same as to what they've been since the iPhone 13. But of course, Apple has always been known for throwing a surprise or curveball to us every now and then, and who knows, maybe Tim Cook could get on stage, he could say, we've got one more thing, and the folding iPhone is launched and totally changes everything.